lionism. So everybody has spiritual animal. Yeah,
Okay.
everybody's having a spirit, and that spirit is connected to the behavior of an animal. And if you give the translation of lion in Hindi, it becomes sher, and that sher becomes sherry. So when I overcome the problem of depression, I had been through depression twice in my life. And the second time I overcome the depression, I told myself, and now, from now, I'm going to live my life like a sher, like a lion. So that is something which has connected with me on a deeper level. And I didn't bounce back. I bounced forward. And 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 that was the moment of glory for me. And from there, I started using sherry. And
Okay.
when in 17 I wrote the book, I started thinking, how can I make a brand moniker out of it? Because we are living in the digital world where everyone is using some uniqueness. And nowadays, even if you want to buy a perfume bottle, you immediately go on search on Google instead of going to a shop. That is the number first thing you do.
Right.
So, and that same criteria goes with your name. When you search somebody's name, you search their name on Google. Who's this guy, Author Sherry? Who's this? Who's this Zulan? Who's this Mrikanka? What is Let Us Talk It? We all have this tendency to search content on internet, and that's
Right.
where you need to have a name which has uniqueness. So while I was thinking all this, I came across the typical Indian standard. Like you have people using chartered accountant as CA, advocate as ADV, doctors as DR, and I thought, why not author? And that is where I started using author Sherry. And by grace of God, in 2019, everybody started knowing me with the name of author Sherry. Everybody calls me author Sherry now. It's my legal name now.
Wow, what a nice story. I'll just, Lakshmikant, is it automatic that we'll go live at 12?
No, no, we have to start.
Oh, okay. Thank God, because last time it so happened that I don't know, it just started. So wanted to make sure. Mriganga, I just wanted to ask you, will you be sharing your screen at any point of time, or just you will be on video?
Yeah. So Chulan, yeah. So I will be on video. So actually, I'm not prepared anything like any presentation. So I thought like it's better to make it little interactive kind of
Absolutely,
and
no problem.
whatever
I mean,
I will
if
tell like
that's
verbally, so it will be more sense. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, sure. Then we can go generally, just ask on the general topic and you can take it from there. Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
sure, sure. No
Good.
worries.
Just wanted to
Yeah,
ask you so that we could check your,
yeah, understood.
the video.
Mm.
Okay. We are joined here by Srini Thonta. He's the CEO of Cogent. And yeah,
Hey there.
Srini, we have two guests.
Hi, Sherry. And I think the name is
This is your quiz question, Srini. From where did the word sherry come?
oh,
And you have to know Hindi for this.
oh, share or something.
And which sher is not the sher and shairi or the lion sher?
Oh, very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
also Mriga,
Yeah, hello, Srini. Mriganka. Yes, yes. Hi.
yeah,
Hello,
pleasure.
Srini. Yes.
Thanks for your
Yeah,
time.
yes.
Yeah, very interesting
Sure.
subjects actually.
Pleasure.
It's going to help the community.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So are we ready? Can we go live, Lakshmikant?
Yeah, just wait for 5 seconds. I'm starting now.
Okay. Hi, everyone. a very warm welcome to this session of Let Us Talk It ZIPINAR. And we do this every Wednesday from 12 p.m. EST. And we have changed. We have come a long way. We are trying each and every day to do something better. One thing that we started with is with the idea of empowering and informing the community. And to join hands with us, all we ask that all those who have joined in or have heard about us, do spread the word, let others know about it. It's a short span of few minutes, I would say, but the takeaway from this might be huge, because what we try to put in these ZIPinars is zipping 3 webinars in one to bring in the best out of a speaker. We try to put in 2 or 3 speakers, giving different ideas, their journey to share with the community, so that you never know when that aha moment might come in and you take away and it might change your life. So with this, we once again welcome all of you who are on our social media platforms. And if you wish to comment or give any feedback, please do so in the comment section, or else you can also join our Zoom link and you can interact with our speakers as well. So for today's first webinar, topic that we have is very interesting and intriguing, is how to avoid death by public speaking. Yes, we know a lot of good things and good skills that are developed. Even you can land a good job out of good public speaking, but never did you know that you can even prevent death from public speaking. So that's very interesting. The topic will be about leadership is another synonym to public speaking, and find out how author Sherry survived death by public speaking and some golden nuggets of speaking. Of course, so to give this presentation, we have with us author Sherry. And if you want to know, we will definitely ask him in the session, why is the name author Sherry? But a little bit about him is that he is an international public speaking coach and mentor, and created more than 15,000 public speakers. He's also the founder and managing director of Public Speaking Institute, on a mission to create 1 million public speakers by 2030. He is the founder and president of MS Talks India, a public speaking platform given to more than 20,000 public speakers across the world. Also has done he's also a global conference speaker, and 7 times international TEDx speaker, 3 times Josh Talk speaker, author of international bestsellers. So we have, it's quite a big list, and we are absolutely honored and grateful to have you on our platform. Let us talk it. Over to you, author Sherry.
Thanks, Jolan, for this wonderful introduction, and very warm welcome to all the viewers, all the participants here who are here to attend this session. Thank you very much for having me here. I want all of you to be interactive. I want all of you to be very active. So do support me while you're listening to me, because we are here to learn. I'm here to learn from you, and you're here to learn from me. We all learn from each other, and it's a complete process. When I talk about learning, ladies and gentlemen, it became a part of my life because something happened back in the year 2006. March 13 was the day. And I'm going to share with you what happened exactly that day. Many of us know that public speaking is also one of the biggest fear in the world. You'll be surprised to know 75% of the people are suffering from public speaking fear. So if I go by statistics, ladies and gentlemen, 7.9 billion population as on 2021, as per the recent data, 75%, nearly 6 billion people are suffering from public speaking fear, also termed as glossophobia. It's very difficult when you face death by public speaking. And be honest, how many of you watching this, listening to me right now, had faced or have recently faced death by public speaking? Please type your answer in the chat box and be honest. You can just type, yes, I did. And I'll be glad to know that I'm talking to some genuine, authentic people, because I cannot believe that everybody here is perfect. In fact, perfection is a myth, and I'm going to burst a lot of myths today. Thank you very much for your responses, ladies and gentlemen. As I was telling you about my story, back in the year 2006, March 13 was the day. It was summertime in India, and I was about to get felicitated with one of the topmost award in a private bank. I did some achievement of targets, and I was about to be felicitated by the national head, the country head of that organization. It was a moment of glory for me. My girlfriend Jasmine was sitting there in the full capacity crowd of 300 plus people in the auditorium. And just imagine, she was expecting me to speak something about my winning, about my strategy, about the way how I cracked this complete target, and I'm amongst the top 3 managers in the country. While I was walking on the stage to collect my award, I received the award happily. And when country manager asked me to say something about this achievement, I moved to the dais. I came on the dais, put my both hands, and something happened. It was a complete dark out, complete black in front of my eyes. My legs started shivering, my heart started pounding, my forehead had sweat that time. I had butterflies gushing out of my stomach. I lost it. I could not utter a single word that time. And that was the day I faced death by public speaking, ladies and gentlemen. Jasmine was watching me. She was disappointed. I was devastated. I was annoyed. Why cannot I speak what I have done with my 2 hands, with my brain? Why cannot I express it? I somehow escaped that situation. I came down, I spoke to Jasmine. Jasmine said, what has happened to you, man? You were so confident moments ago. What has happened to you? I said, Jasmine, I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what to say. I've lost it. She said, do whatever you want, but don't let this situation come again. It was so embarrassing. I said, yes, you are right. That day passed by, ladies and gentlemen. I started doing my maths that now I do not want this situation to be repeated in my career ever. I will become a confident public speaker. And from that day, I started thinking, how can I achieve that? I had different level of thoughts. I started thinking that what if public speaking was taught as a subject in the schools and the colleges and the universities? I could have survived this situation. I could have been more confident on the stage. I could have been more powerful on the stage. I could have expressed myself more clearly. While I was thinking how to overcome public speaking fear, stage fear, how to become a confident public speaker, I came across a story. Guess what? It was a story of a woodpecker talking to a saint. Once upon a time, there was a woodpecker. And this woodpecker had this routine of daily going to the jungle, cutting the wood, and returning back to his house. While he was doing this, he got monotonous. And he saw a saint sitting beneath the tree that time. And out of curiosity, he went to that saint. He said, Saint, sir, can you please help me? I feel hopeless. I do not know what to do in my life. I'm pissed off cutting down the trees and selling it just to earn my livelihood. I want to do something else. I want to become rich. He said, what do you want from my side? Woodpecker said, I just want to earn more money. How can I get something really expensive to sell off so that I can earn more money? He said, you are cutting the trees on the surface, on the periphery. Why don't you go a little more deeper? He said, okay, sir, I'll try that. When he went inside, he found so many trees. He cut those trees, sold it off, and earned money. He was very happy and he did not return for 15 days. And when he came back, he again came to the stand. He said, Sand, sir, now I want to earn more money. Please help me. He said, no problem. Why don't you go another 4 kilometers inside the jungle? You will get your answer. And the woodpecker did that. He found the silver ore. He was delighted. He was on cloud 9. He sold out all those silver ores and he earned great amount of money and did not return for next 6 months at work. But now his greed has taken the birth. He was feeling more greedy. He came back. He said, Sand, sir, tell me something I can do just for once and don't have to come at work for my lifetime. Something of that sort. Is there any solution? Sand said, yes, there is a solution. You go another 10 kilometers inside, you will get the answer. Woodpecker did that and he found the gold ore. He sold out all the gold ore and never returned to work. Ladies and gentlemen, why I'm sharing this story to you? Because the moral of the story is the more and more deeper you enter in the subject, you will find something great. And I got my answer that if I have to learn public speaking, if I have to become a confident public speaker, I have to get into the subject. I have to found something great. And I can only achieve that if and only if I have the command on the subject.
Very good.
And that is where I found this framework, practice, prepare, present. The book you see in the background, How to Become Master of Speeches and Talks, written by me, became Amazon #1 bestseller in 2019. I wrote the book on the same framework. And today I'm going to share something about practice, prepare, and present. This is the framework which you can easily follow and you can become a confident public speaker. So practice. Many people, ladies and gentlemen, think that practice makes you perfect. Isn't that true? You're watching me in the camera, smiling. Practice makes you perfect. You're absolutely wrong. Yes, you watching me in the camera. I said you're absolutely wrong. In public speaking, practice never makes you perfect. In fact, come closer. I'll tell you the secret. Practice makes you better. It never makes you perfect. It always makes you better. That is the slightest difference when you do practice. By the way, since the time I have begun, I'm feeling very thirsty. Hey, listen, can you get me some water in this glass? It's empty. क्या करते हो यार? पानी वानी भरो. I'm having my session over here. Huh? What are you doing? Can you see this glass, ladies and gentlemen? Type in the chat box. You can see the glass. There's no water in the glass. It's all empty. Not done, right? If there is no glass in this, there's no water in this glass, I cannot drink the water. There's no water here. The same way, if there's no content in your brain, you cannot speak anything in public speaking. Because when you speak, You only speak what you know. This is the first principle of public speaking. Content is the kingdom. Presentation is the queen. Then who's the king? Well, the king is the public speaker. Did you get that?
Very well said.
So you got to
Nice.
understand this. Let me show you something now. Let me show you something. How many of you see this picture on your screen? Any guesses? I want you to type in the chat box. What do you see in this picture? Come on, do that, please. Let's engage. Let's bring some energy in the room. What do you see in this picture? Please type your responses in the chat box. Someone said, okay, I'm yet to receive the responses. Please type in the chat box. Someone said duck. Srini says it's a duck. Thank you, Srini, for your response. I'm expecting more responses from the people who are watching this live or here with me. Come on. Julan said duck and bunny. Julan is trying to be very safe with the answer because I opted for one answer. She said, no, Sherry, I'll give you two answers. I don't want to be wrong anytime in my life. Rajita said, or here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for your responses. I really appreciate from the core of my heart. Some great energy already hit this room. Let me share with you something. Someone says it's a rabbit, a hare. Someone says it's a duck. Julan says it's both. Confusing, isn't it? Now that is exactly what happens to your audience, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure what you wish to draw your audience from when you speak. If you are speaking certain things during your talk and it is creating more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 meanings, let me tell you, you're not doing justice to the speech. It is only creating chaos. And this is not the sign of great public speaker. In fact, you are completely defeating the purpose of a speech. How many of you have understood it? Please type in the chat box, loved it. If you have understood what I'm trying to just teach you and make you understand through this picture, you can just type in the chat box, loved it. Because this is the basic of public speaking. If you do not have clarity of thought, then you are going to miss out great things in public speaking. Success is never about the genetics. It's about the clarity of thought, ladies and gentlemen. And that is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Well, let's understand more about the preparation part. Now, during the lockdown, during this global epidemic of COVID-19, all of us were confiscated at home. Thankfully, in India, we are not in lockdown, but still situation is very stiff over here. We all started speaking more in front of the screens. In fact, people who were working in different corporates, they started more on digital communication. And guess what? Some of them were very good when they speak in front of the camera, but some of them are not. Some of them can create quick videos, but some of them cannot. So let's understand how to create quick videos. I would appreciate if you can join me here. Can you see this mobile phone handset? Now, what you need to do is when you are creating any sort of video, it's very quick. Now, public speaking videos can be created very quickly just by using your front camera. I'm assuming that all of you have an Android or an iOS and you have a beautiful working camera for you, which is going to record everything you're going to speak in front of the camera. Now, some basics I'm teaching you. Whenever you are recording anything in front of the camera, you're doing digital virtual speaking, which is the need of the hour and which is now going to stay forever, which was not the case earlier. What you need to do is whenever you are recording, you just need to see the camera lens, not the body. Basics. Second, maintain at least 2 feet of distance. Third, make sure that your camera lens is completely parallel, aligned to your forehead. Fourth, whenever recording the video, make sure that half the chest is at least covered. Some people love to show this piece only. That's not nice. Cover at least half the chest area. So some of the basics, when you follow, you can create some quick, wonderful videos and you can start sharing it on social media. And guess what? You can create an influence like anything. And in today's time, ladies and gentlemen, video creation is one of the most important skill you can adapt. Whether you are a businessman, whether you are a senior corporate leader, whether you are into a leadership role, whether you are a freelancer or a professional, it doesn't make any difference. If you know how to communicate your ideas effectively in front of the camera, it is game, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's talk about something which can excite you. I'm here to give some bonus to you. Are you excited? Please type in the chat box, excited. If you are feeling excited, if you're enjoying this session so far, please type in the chat box excited so that I'll get to know that you are actually feeling excited about the fact that this guy is teaching public speaking live on Zoom session to all of us. Oh my God. Thank you, Srini. Thank you, Julan. Thank you for your responses. Really appreciate from the core of my heart. Now the bonus coming up on your screen. Here we go. I'm going to share this bonus for all of you. We all need some technical tools to help us. Isn't that true? If you are speaking in front of camera, you will need somebody to evaluate your video. Yes or yes? And when you need somebody for evaluation to evaluate your video, you need to check your voice, your energy, your enthusiasm, your flow of talk, your vocabulary, your keywords, your script, etc., etc., etc. So here I am proposing you 5 applications. By the way, these are Android applications, and 3 of them, that means most of them, are available on iOS platform as well. OR AI is an application which can give you your text speech, which means when you speak, it will give you back the entire script. Isn't that amazing? Secondly, it will help you recognize your energy through your voice, through artificial intelligence. Isn't that amazing? It's not getting finished over here. It also records the entire voice and check your tempo, your rate of speech, your intonation. Then we have another application by the name of Big Talk. Now, some of you love to prepare for interviews when you are facing the different interviewers. Some of you would want your corporate presentations to be delivered effectively. Some of you want to deliver in front of an audience of 100, 200, 300 plus capacity in front of an auditorium. Well, this application will create a virtual reality experience with the help of a gadget, which is easily available on internet in the range of 3000 INR bucks. And what you can do is you can just go and buy that device, download this application, connect it with the device, and guess what? You can have virtual reality experience and you can practice a lot. By the way, I use this for my TED Talks. Virtual Toastmaster Speak On is another application for checking your public speaking skills. Speech with teleprompter. Now, some of you have this problem of memorizing the content. How many of you face this problem? Please type in the chat box. I face the problem of memorizing my content when I speak. Well, this is one of the biggest problem. Though I have a lot of techniques to share, however, I'm giving you an easy one. What you can do is you can type your text using this application, and when you will speak in front of the camera, you can just read and speak. In fact, most of the politicians use teleprompter. It's a big, thick mirror which is not visible to the audience, and you feel, oh my God, this politician is so confident. He's so convincing. He's speaking so well. But he's actually watching everything. He's reading and speaking. And you'll be surprised to know most of the television presenters, the likes of Sudhir Chaudhary on Z News, the likes of Arnab Goswami on Republic, Rajat Sharma on India TV. Yeah, I'm from India, so I'm using the Indian television channels, news channel names. All of them, some of the time, use teleprompter. Facts shared. Phonal AI is another application. So ladies and gentlemen, this is a small bonus from my side for all of you. I hope you're going to use it, enjoy it, learn from it, and transform your speaking. How many of you are enjoying this session? If you are enjoying this session, please type in the chat box, awesome. I would love to hear your views before I proceed and take you to the next level of public speaking. Awesome. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thank you, Julan. All right. So now I'm going to add some clear value. Let me share one method with all of you. How many of you are fond of listening to songs? I'm sure you are. I'm expecting you are. You are fond of listening to different type of music. How about Glenn Medeiros, 1989? If I have to live my life without you, leave me, the days would all be empty. The nights would seem so long. With you, I see forever all so clearly. I might have been in love before, but I never felt this strong. Our dreams are young and we both know they'll take us where we want to go. Hold me now, touch me now. I don't want to live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You wanna know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure, I'll never ask for more than your love. I tried my best to deliver the song with the right pitch. Well, in Hindi, there are multiple songs I can sing. You see, there is a game which we used to play in childhood, and at times we all play with our friends. It's known as Antakshri. Ant means end, Akshar means alphabet. So when somebody sings a song, the other people in the group have to sing with the last alphabet of the song. And that is exactly what I'm trying to teach you today. Now you have to replicate the same strategy in public speaking. Most of the trainers and coaches and webinar speakers and the virtual speakers and the professional speakers, when they forget their script, when they are not sure what they have to speak, when they lose the track, they're all human beings, ladies and gentlemen. We all make mistakes, but they know certain tricks, and I'm teaching you one of the tricks. You just need to remember one keyword. So I want any one of you to give me a word. Give me a word here. Srini is asking, are you using teleprompter? No, I'm not. Believe me, it's all extempore. Give me a word, okay? Anybody just type in one word. Any one word? Yeah. Is that a word? Just kidding? Or you were just replying to it? One word. One word. Okay. One word is one word. Okay. One word. God. God is a giver. Did he ever ask you to give you back anything? He knows his job well. Many of us believe in God, and many of us do not believe in God. Some of us are narcissists. But there is certain energy which works in every sphere of life. Life is all about experiences. Experiences comes from bad experiences, and bad experiences comes from mistakes, and mistakes only happen when we take action. When we take action, we are certain to achieve certain things in life, whether it is a failure, whether it is a success. Success is not something you attract. Success is something you pursue by the person you become. Becoming a failure is always on the cards when you try to attempt something. Something can be done with something in your hand. Our hands are very similar. Similarity you will find everywhere. Everywhere there is God, and God is in everything. Everything you do, anything you feel. Feelings are all about emotion. Hey, 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 do you know what I'm doing right now? Is that making sense? I'm just using word pairing method. This is one of the top strategies many of the public speakers use on the stage, and you as an audience never get to know. because I am making sense of every sentence I'm talking to you right now. Does that make sense to you? Did you learn something today? Did you learn the strategy of how from one word I can pick up entire sentence, and from the entire sentence I can create a complete structure of a talk? Did you get that? By the way, this is an art of extempore speaking. How many of you find it useful? Please type in useful. Come on. If you find it useful, you can type in useful so that I'll get to know that actually you have learned something from it. And let me tell you, we all have to do a lot of extempore speaking. Thanks a lot, everybody. Now let's come to the presentation part. What do you do when you have to present? As I said, presentation is all about art and science. Now, when you present, there are different structures. So I'm going to share one structure with all of you, which is commonly used these days when you are doing virtual speaking, when you are doing public speaking, whether you are doing storytelling sessions, whether you are giving your corporate presentations. You will find certain structures working in the back, and this is one of the structure. Start with the introduction. That means you can start with the problem. Then the body, which is the middle part, which is the meat, which is the real flesh. WIIFA. This entire word stands for what's in it for audience, and give the solution. So you start with the problem. You talk about what's in it for the solution, give them 2, 3, 4 techniques, tips, ideas, methods, modalities, talk about the solution, and then end by creating a high impact. If you notice, most of the public speakers, they talk about the problem, then they talk about solution, and then they end with a high creation of an impact. Does that sound like a structure to you? Well, in public speaking, when we are doing speaking, there are different structures. I know more than 18 structures. I'm just presenting one. I hope this will help you. And as a part of this session, I'm happy to announce here, I have a small gift for all of you. And this small gift is speech structure document. So I have a complete detailed speech structure, which I have created myself with my experience of over 13 years into this industry. And guess what? Through this session, by LetUsTalkIt, they have told me that you have to give something back, Sherry. And I said, I promise you, I'm going to give something to the audience. And here I am giving it back to you. And it's a small gift from my side, a complete speech structure with all the details and nitty-gritties, how you can start, how you can create your content, what all you have to include, how you have to end your talk. It's a complete 2-pager document, and I'm going to send it to Jula, and she will be sending it to you. So anyone who is attending this session, watching this session live, all the recorded one, let me tell you, you are going to watch and you are going to get this gift from Julan. So don't forget to collect your gift. Let's move forward now. I'm going to share the secret to avoid death by public speaking. Now you remember I shared how I faced death by public speaking. How many of you remember that? Please type in the chat box. I remember. If you remember what I shared in the beginning of this session, you can type in the chat box, I remember. And by the way, those of you who are typing and engaging with me, I am getting to know that how acutely you are listening to me. Isn't that a smart strategy? Use that in virtual sessions. Use that to engage your audience. It helps. Whenever you are talking on the stage, remember your religion. Hey, your religion, your second religion is engagement in public speaking whenever you are doing public speaking. So my dear friends, now the secret is getting in front of you. I'm going to reveal it. It's coming up. Are you excited? If you are really excited, if you are really interested, if you really want to know the secret to avoid death by public speaking, please type in the chat box, super excited. If you are super excited to learn today how to avoid death by public speaking, and remember, it's a secret. It's not going to be secret anymore because I'm going to share it. I want you to type super excited because it will give you goosebumps. It will give you some amazing learning today. It is a clear value addition. And in this session of Let Us Talk It, I assure you that this is going to be one of the topmost learning for all of you. Thank you, Jolan, Rajita, Srini, for all your responses. Here we go. The secret to avoid death by public speaking is coming on your screen. Here we go. Watch it. Here it comes. Here it stops. And here you go. What do you understand with the help of this picture? Can you watch this guy in the spotlight? What is he doing? He's playing with the plates. And what does the audience think in front of this guy? They feel he's so perfect, but they don't know what happened in the backyard. He practiced so much, and while practicing, he broke so many plates. But today, in front of the audience, he is not breaking any plate because he practiced it, because he knew the secret. And the secret has been revealed today, ladies and gentlemen. It is in front of you. Can you all see the secret? Can you all now get to understand what exactly I'm trying to talk about? So this is the secret of public speaking. This is the secret of avoiding death by public speaking. That's it. If anyone is saying anything else to you, trust me, he's lying. He's lying to you. There's no secret of public speaking. This is the only secret. The best way to learn public speaking is to speak, and speak. When I started doing public speaking, I started by doing 30 speeches, 30 free speeches to the college students, school going students, the juniors, the youths. Believe me, if you start with this Super 30 project for yourself, you will come amazingly well. You will get to know about your ideas, how to talk, where to talk, what to say, how to say. In public speaking, it is not about what you say, as it is about how you say. The how is very important, ladies and gentlemen. Now, moving on to the death. Once again, the last leg of this presentation. What is death? Is that a death which we usually see where people die? No, it is not. By using the death word, I actually mean to say how you can avoid common mistakes and how you can avoid pressurizing situations, and you can present like a confident public speaker and presenter. So let's understand more about the death. The D stands for do preparation. Remember, preparation is something which will help you become a confident public speaker. And without preparation, there is no success in public speaking. Whenever I go for my TEDx talks, my keynote sessions, I always make a point to visualize my success. I'm standing on the stage. I know what I'm talking. I know which script I'm going to narrate upon. There are different ways to prepare. However, preparation is the key to your success in public speaking. The second one is exclude monotone. What will you feel if I will talk like this now? I know it is morning time in US, but you must be wondering what happened to Sherry? Why he's talking like this? He was very energetic moments ago. What happened to him? And I assure you that if I will keep on talking like this for next 5 minutes, you all will sleep. Isn't that true? Voice modulation, so important, integral part. Your voice is the real success for you as a public speaker. You need to learn the art of voice modulation, voice range, voice resonance. There are different varieties to it. Being a speech coach, I teach that. In virtual sessions, you can use more of expressions and gestures. There are different type of hand gestures and there are different type of expressions. In fact, there are more than 24 facial expressions combination. And there are 8 type of emotions which you can use through your you get that? So you need to apply your body language. public speaking is all about using your complete body. I'll tell you how. It's a complete body affair. When you use your head, you use your memory to use the content, deliver the content. You use your eyes to feel the energy, watch the audience. You use your nose. If there is no passage of breath, if there is no renewal of breath from diaphragm, you will forget everything. You won't be able to speak for a long time. It will help. It won't help you for a longer sustainability of your energy. What about your mouth? As I said, voice modulation. What about your back? It has to be in sync. It will help you create symmetry. What about your legs? You have to walk strategically. If you're going left on the stage, you should be aware of it, why you're going on left. If you're going on the right, you should be aware of it, why you're going right. Your positioning of legs moving on the stage has to be strategic. Some of the people, some of the public speakers, what they do is they keep on walking on the stage, and unfortunately, some of them bow their head down also while they're talking, not realizing that they have stopped looking in the eyes and the faces of audience, and what impression it is creating for the audience. Audience feel that this guy is nervous. Even if you're not nervous, then also audience feel yet you are nervous. So you have to be very strategic using your body language. And as I said, it's just not about speaking, it's about the complete body language, about each and every organ, how you apply and make the best use of it. Tell stories. Facts tell and stories sell. Whether you are in a negative emotion, whether you are in a positive emotion, you are in a story. You are a story collector. Think of last 1 week. Think of that strong negative emotion. You were in a story. Think of that strong positive emotion. You were in a story. We are in the stories all the time. Emotion is the glue that causes the memories to stick. And you can create emotions like this when you use stories. So never forget to use stories. Last but not the least, to avoid death by public speaking, honor your audience. Do not talk what you want to talk. Always talk what your audience wants to listen. As I said, WIIFA formula. What's in it for audience? Don't be self-centered, be audience-centered. So ladies and gentlemen, this is all about my session. These are my 4 books which are already in the market. Two of them are Amazon #1 bestseller. I'm writing my 5th book on public speaking with one of the renowned publisher in India now. And these are my credentials. I work as an international public speaking coach, trained over 15,000 public speakers. I'm working as a global conference speaker, delivered 500+ keynotes in 15+ countries, 50+ corporates already on board with me, working with me. I'm author of international bestsellers, 7 times international TEDx speaker, and you'll be happy to know in my family, my dad, my daughter, my wife, and myself, we all are published authors. We have recently filed for Limca Book of Records. And I work as a founder and president with MS Talks, which is a platform to more than 20,000 auditors across the globe. We are a community of 2.5 lakh public speakers already on Facebook. And I'm also the managing director of Public Speaking Institute. That's it from my side. Any questions, please feel free to ask. Over to you, Shula. Thank you very much.
Just out of words. And I think regaining from our death, your speech was almost like a rebirth for those who are thinking about public speaking, who are thinking on leadership qualities that public speaking can give. And trust me, I'm pretty sure everybody in this session would agree with me that what a powerful and informational, sometimes we get so motivated, amazing speech, everything happens. But with those nuggets of information that helps to look forward to after the speech is done, then what to do? Go to those pointers at those apps that you have said. I guess, what can I say? You know it, that what a wonderful speech it was. Not even speech, a story it was. Yeah, Srini, over to you, Srini. I want your feedback as well.
Yeah, it is very fresh and very creatively, presented, and it's pretty, engaging. Basically, because yeah, always we have very good theory, we have a lot of books, and we have our pet Google. But the problem is, we always, human minds always, expect the communication to be in such a way that they can grasp things better and they can excel. I think, these hooks are very, much needed, especially the creative ways of doing the things. And yeah, learned a lot actually. That's a pretty interesting, and we should definitely talk. We should keep talking. So thank you so much, Sherry.
Thanks a lot, Srini and Julan. I'm honored.
Yeah, absolute. Our honor to have you. Thank you so much for your time, your effort, your energy, and yes, they say that the giving should happen first. You give, and then you expect return. That's what I think we also learned from you, that without even asking, you had a gift for Let Us Talk It audience. So thank you about that, and we wish that we'll have you as well for our later sessions. And thank you so much. And yeah, I know we are a little our time constraint, but never mind. We have with us this other speaker would not mind, Mriganga. So we have our second topic for today's ZIPINAR, and we'll move on to the topic career development. I think this is a good combination. I had it in mind that first you get over with your fear of public speaking, you build your leadership qualities, and then you go for the career development. And that's the topic, how you should grow exponentially in your career. So the speaker for that for this topic is Mriganga Das, who has over more than 7 years of experience in different companies, in different roles as an engineer, tech marketer, and career coach. He has mentored, assisted, helped more than 8,000 students and professionals in a period of 2 years across the country and industries. He also speaks about technologies and trends for students and professionals from different industries. So yes, Mriganga, over to you. Absolute honor to have you. And I think it will be a right combination with what we heard just now.
Thanks for your warm introduction, Jhulan. Like, it was a very nice introduction. So the topic, as it sounds like, is how to grow exponentially in your career. So first of all, I would like to tell you that, Jhulan, so career is like, first of all, from a school going student to a professional. So career is important to each one of us. Okay, but the problem is, uh, most of us gets distracted while we move towards our, I mean, as we grow, as the time comes to select our career. So what happens is, like, from the students, school going students, so the student who is going to school, so the parents are worried about their career. So from maybe class 6, class 7 going student till class 11, class 12 going student. So for each one of them, their parents are much more worried about their career. So if you look at the college going student, then also they are also worried about their career. How they're worried about their career. So we need to understand this, that the whatever, I mean, when we grew up, so it was like, 15, 20 years back, the situation was totally different. The technology was not as far as of today's, so the competition was less. But as and when the time passed, as and when we come to, generation after generation we passed, and then we are coming to newer generation, then the technology changes, lot of transformation happens. Along with that, what happens is the competitions. So what happens is, like, so So as you introduced me, like like I have mentored around more than 8,000 students. So what I experienced is, like in most of the students, what is lacking is, I mean, I have interacted with each one of them very closely, but the most important thing which is lacking is, like what will I say, focus. Because most of the students, professional, they lose focus after some point of time. So what happens is, like so they are very talented. So I have seen, I have interacted with students who are very talented. I mean, maybe they're talented, they're very technically very sound, maybe they are very good artist, maybe they are very good in finance, so they are very good at their subjects, but what is lacking is focus. So what I mean by focused is, like when someone needs to excel in your career, what is mostly important is keeping yourself focused to what you want to achieve. So the most of the students, they get distracted by maybe social media, by whatever is happening in the social media. I mean, they are, but the focus gets distracted. So the most important thing is, we need to understand that how to remain focused through your career, and how to go ahead with your career. Suppose now 15, 20 years back, like as we grew up, like most of us knew that in India, in most of the houses, the scene was be an either an engineer or a doctor, something like that. But currently, like as it progressed, as we technology changes, a lot of transformation happened in the ecosystem. So a lot of things changed. So now it is like from students who is studying arts to a students who is studying science, commerce, for each one of them, the career is exponentially you can grow. Why I'm saying this? Because each and every sector, the market is growing exponentially. The only thing we need to understand is the focus. So now the competition has increased to a great extent. So how to remain unique compared to all your competitors, that is much more important. So first of all, you need to believe in yourself. You need to research yourself. So whatever, 1 year back, whatever is the technology, whatever is the trend, so it will change automatically in the next 1 or 2 years. So you need to upskill and reskill yourself to be a par at par with the market. So that is much more important. So that is much more important. And you have to be very, very in this competitive world. You have to remain very focused. So what I mean from one stage to another stage, if you want to grow, so there is two ways. Okay. So one, what we say is, like, for a career, a normal person's career, like if it is a straight line. So straight line, what I mean is, like, suppose a normal, you from one career, like longer period of time without much growth in their career. So that is a kind of straight line. So that is not much growth. There is not much learning. So
Uh, uh,
there is
just
not
1 second.
much
Sorry to interrupt,
what
Mrikanga, but your
is
voice is
uniqueness in
breaking
yourself.
off,
There is not much upskilling and reskilling.
and it's
Okay,
like
I'm
there is a
sorry, but
lag
because
being.
maybe because of some low internet connection, it may be. Okay, it may be because of some internet network issues.
So you want
Just a
to,
minute, I'm just checking.
yeah, restart or
Uh, it's fine. Okay, so now is it working? Hello,
a
Chulan.
little better,
Is it
but
working fine?
Yeah, you can continue. We can see it was breaking. It beginning it was fine, but then it started breaking. You can continue now.
Yeah, thank you. It's lagging from my end also. So some connection is there, some issue is there maybe on the connection. Okay, and so what I was discussing is like where the most of us lacks, most of the students or professional lacks is the focus. So there is two ways, like as I told you, I mean, for one career, like one person can have a straight career, like this is the career can be like a straight line. And the other thing is like it can be exponentially, you can grow it exponentially, but for that you need to learn at every stage of your life. Suppose like if student starting with his profession, first profession or first career, I mean starting his career, from that time each year, each month, like whatever he learns, it gives him a way to grow to the next level. So what I mean to say, he needs to learn at every stage of life, and the competition is growing to a larger extent, and the market is growing, and the technology is growing, changing, transforming to a different level. So if we want to remain updated, if we want to remain at par with the industry, we have to be update ourselves to remain updated about the market, updated about the technology, updated about whatever skill set is required to grow in your career. But we have to be very focused. So whatever, so there can be multiple skill set. If I'm a commerce student, if I'm a finance student, if or if I'm an art student, or if I'm a science student, for each one of the domain, so there should be some specific by learning ways. So for each one of them, we need to have the focus. So we can't be that we are distracted, I don't want to learn that thing. So it happens. So I have interacted with 8,000 plus students. So what I felt is like in some at some point of time, maybe like the students are complaining that I used to like this subjects, I used to like this domain, then suddenly like I'm not liking this domain because of some blah 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 this reasons. But you have to, there will be different challenges once you pursue some kind of career. If you want to grow in your career, there will be n number of challenges ahead. But we need to understand, we need to address those problems, we need to know what are the challenges, we need to know what are the challenges we need to face in our career. So what is the best way to understand that? Maybe to consult a mentor like who has experience in the industry, maybe in different industry, different role, who can guide you in in growing your career exponentially. So what happens is, like as I told you, the students or professionals, they are talented, but somehow they need a guide. They need a person who can tell them that if you do like this, if you follow this way, there can be a good situation as well as there can be a bad situation. So there has to be some guide who can tell you that there can be the possibility of, suppose the possibility X, possibility Y, possibility Z. Now it's up to the students how they, what point they want to choose, what way they want to go. So which way they want to go, that is up to them, that is up to their willingness, that is up to at what level they want to grow. So once they understand those factors, once they understand those parameters, it will be easy for them to choose. And why to choose, and why to choose. These are the things, these are the thumb rule we need to understand, that why we are choosing our career, why we want to grow our in our career. So there should be some specific by learning ways. So we need to understand these questions like what, why, how, who, where. These are the questions we need to have at each point of our life. That is most more or less what we say is the curiosity. need to understand why we are facing those challenges, how to overcome those challenges. In that way, only we can address those and we can solve those and we can go ahead with our career. So there are a lot of professional, lot of students who come to me with different problems. So I will tell you one problem, what is very basics. So what they do is like most of the students who are passing out of from the college who are facing a lot of problems in getting jobs. That is the most important. That's the most really challenging thing which is happening currently because of this pandemic. So this kind of situation comes, it may come in any but we need to understand how is like this students is professional continuously ask me how to get a job, how to please refer me for a job, please tell someone to you need to understand that is very difficult. If thousands of students ask me and daily text me for a job is very difficult, not only for me, for any HR, for any recruiter, is very difficult to place anyone. So what is the best ways? You need to make yourself very your audience, maybe the recruiter, maybe the HR, maybe the person who is working, professionals who are working, seniors, where you can get noticed, where you can get noticed. So you have to be unique. So there are competition. You have a competition among, you have a competition among thousands of people, thousands of students, thousands of professionals. So you have to be unique. You have to make yourself very unique. You talk maybe in your personality. So you have to be very unique. So these are the couple of things you need to understand to grow in your career. What I feel is like nowadays, as the things are growing, transformation is happening, ecosystems are changing, people are getting exposure, getting exposure to different things. But at the same time, we need to understand that you need to be focused on something to achieve something in your career. So by this, like, I just want to end this session. So there's not much time also, as like it's already 10:35 in India. So like I just want to wrap it off very shortly. So by thanking
Yeah, thank you,
Chulan,
Mriganga.
like it's
Uh,
very nice, hosting this session. Thank you, Chulan, nicely. And I just want to just wrap it off.
yeah,
Yes,
I
Chulan, go
know,
ahead.
but there has been some, internet issues, so the voice was breaking off. But I'm sure we all got the idea and the crux of what you were trying to say. So thank you so much, Mriganga, for joining in. I know it's a little late in India, but always we feel honored when people from speakers from India, they join later at night. Definitely I think those who have more questions, they can approach and we'll let you know about it as well, and would love to have you for a later session as well. And definitely please, these what you said, that focus, that's so important. I mean, I feel, leave alone the kids, we, with the internet, with the social media, we adults have been, we get, I mean, out of focus so easily. I mean, just sat to do something and then went somewhere else and doing all the things that we should not do. So what you said at the beginning, I totally you know tell it, not for anybody else but for myself as well. So, and those who are starting their career, I think that is so very important. So yeah, thank you so much, Mriganga, for your time. And for others, we have these ZIPINARs every Wednesday from 12 p.m. EST. And with that, we also have our youth sessions, youth webinars. So we have
I'm honored,
into two,
Chulan. Yeah.
yeah, we have two groups, younger youth group who does their prep sessions every Tuesday and Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. EST, and they go live alternate Friday. And this Friday they will be they will be having a live webinar, and their topic is their favorite sports and games. And the older youth group, they have their live webinars every Saturday from 4 p.m. EST. And their topic for this week would be the art of collaboration. So if you have a kid, or you want to know more about it, or you want to mentor, please do let us know. You can register by going to LetUsTalkIt.com/youth and register your kids. And with that, we end this session. Thank you everyone for joining in, and we hope to see you for the professional ZIPINAR next week, Wednesday at 12 p.m. EST. And for the youth webinar, we wish to see you this Friday at 8:30 p.m. EST. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Hey, Lakshmikant?
Yes, Julan. I stopped all
What
streaming
When did you stop?
just now.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise, I was like, what happened? Did the speaker did not, I mean, you stopped before the speaker, then and his voice was breaking, and it was so like nothing could be understood actually. But I think it was late for him to go, get out and then come in. Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Okay then.